Hello everybody, happy Tuesday, and it is a super happy day because we've got a launch day show and we've got something you have been waiting with bated breath for. To be honest with you, when we all saw this, because we just see the things that are coming through a little bit earlier on, we're all like, oh, look at that, oh, look at that. So very, very exciting show that we've got today. It's also National Picnic Day. Did you know? I mean, is the weather good enough for a picnic wherever you are? And we thought, actually, what we'd like to know is, what is your favourite picnic food? If you comment and let us know, we will choose 2 people at random, and they will win one of the demos each from today's show. So worth letting us know. Do you like a Scotch egg? Do you like a quiche? Or do you have something very special that you make when you go out for a picnic? Do let us know. Now, of course, it's not just going to be me all day chatting along. It's going to be me and Leanne for the first show. Morning, Leanne. How are you?
Good morning. I'm really excited to be here. Number 1, to be working with you, Becky. Most excited.
Absolutely right answer.
Second, excited. My special papers. Oh, you've loved it when we've done these in the past at home, and these are what you need to get ready for the festive season, for all of your gift bags, your gift boxes, to be able to wrap presents in them if that's what you want to do. I've started doing that recently. I've started wrapping gifts in my 12 by 12 papers.
Nice.
Feels so fancy.
Yeah.
And then we've got some beautiful other things on the show to complement and help you with them. So from making the smallest card to a beautiful big gift box or gift bag, this box has got you covered.
Fantastic. And it comes in a lovely box again, which it makes it a perfect gift, doesn't it? I really like these my special paper boxes. They are gorgeous. I know my mum's going to be waiting for one of these. So, Mum, if you're watching, I'll make sure I'll order one for you. Now, yeah, unlike the other ones, which I said I was going to order, and I never actually got round to it. Isn't that terrible? And I didn't get her the template library. The thing is, these things are so popular that I'll be talking about them on the show. And by the time we get to a break, everything's gone. So if you want this, pop it in your basket as soon as you can. Now, we're going to say a few hellos. We've got Sandy saying good morning. Carol says hello from a steamy North Carolina. Carrie says good morning all. Michelle says hello from a cold and wet Nottinghamshire in England. And Janice says good morning from West Virginia. I can't wait to get my papers. I'm not surprised because these are absolutely beautiful. Leanne, you're going to show us the individual papers, aren't you? What kind of things you're going to get in there?
We're going to have a little flick through, Becky. Now, of course, if you've had my special papers before, you know how fabulous this box is. This isn't just a piece of storage to get your papers to you. This is a bit of storage that you're going to be able to keep forever because it's a solid box, so it's really great for storing. And then we've made sure again that we've done this lovely little half moon there, which just makes it easy for you to be able to go in and get your papers out. You're not wrestling around in there. The papers in here, Becky, are from some of our most loved collections. There is a list of them somewhere, can't remember them all, but you'll get the idea. Now, which way am I going to go? We'll go this way. Upside down. I'm like, what was her name? Taylor, was it? Oh, who sang that? Upside down, boy, you're turning me. Inside out.
Was that no, it wasn't Donna Summer, was it?
Can we do it on the overhead? Was it? I don't think it was Donna Summer. It was
Upside down, boy.
Diana Ross.
How could we forget Diana Ross?
How could I forget Diana? Well, I fell out with Diana.
Did you?
Yes, I fell out with Diana. We've got 2 of each design. I'm only going to show you some of them here so you can see all of the beautiful ones. I fell out with Diana when she turned up late to the concert I went to. And because it was a bit chilly, she didn't put a sparkly frock on. Oh. She came in a lumberjack jacket and her jogging bottoms. No. And then when it started to rain, she was a bit unhappy with that. She left early.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I was like, Diana, we know you're a diva, but that's a diva too far for me, love, honestly. So I'm just going through these quick... No, look, some watercolour Christmas. I remember that one. Ooh, look. So we've got such a variety in here. Then we've got some of the 12 days of Christmas in there as well. You've got some beautiful, just scenic, so you can use them in different ways. You've got some which are a little bit more rustic and Nordic in feel, if you like. There's so many, and then we'll get on to a little bit more of it all over. This is one I would use as a wrapping paper.
Yeah.
Now, you've got the beautiful designs, of course. And the weight of paper is what you would expect from Crafter's Companion, but we've made the reverses white. So many of you always say, I never know which side to use. So in the My Special Paper boxes, we always make them white on the back, and then you don't have to worry about choosing. You're just going to use the beautiful papers as they come out of the box. Now, I can keep going. Oh, look, you loved this one. I'm going to have to fast forward to this one. My papers in this box are going to be in an eclectic order by the time I'm finished. That was the Silent Night.
Yeah.
You know, you absolutely loved that one. Can you remember that? And you were like, can you bring more out? And then you've got a little bit more Candy Cottage in there, something a little bit more contemporary, something a little bit more distressed, something very vintage with Santa in there, something a little bit more opulent, a little bit more of a distress again. We've got, these are all mixed up now. I don't mind. Do you mind? I don't mind. You've got more of your vintage style Santa in there, which is absolutely gorgeous. The colour, look at that.
Oh.
Colours and when you work through this, you will just keep finding a new and special fit. You love these ones.
I love that collection.
It's the colour palette you like, isn't it?
Yeah, I really like that, yeah.
Now, can I just say, I'm just going to show you this while we're on the job, because I know you love that paper. So I just want to show you, we've got some card and envelope packs on the show as well. So I'm just going to take these out, and I just want to show you, these are the envelopes, look. How beautiful they would go. It's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there's the blue envelope. Look how perfect that would go.
Yep.
Here you've got your square card blanks to match. So your envelopes and your cards match. But you could do that. Why not? You could put a blue card in a pink envelope and a pink card in a blue envelope. Of course you can. And then the other thing that we've got on the show that's going to work with your papers as you go through is the beautiful deep grain matching ribbon. So there is the pale blue and pink cards, Becky, that will go with perfectly. But then we've also got, as we work through, let's say we're going to go with something a little bit more traditional. Let's have a look in the box and find something a little bit more traditional so I can show you, because that colour palette is fabulous. Here, traditional colour palette incoming. Then we've got this is an exceptional Christmas green.
Oh, that is a really deep green, isn't it?
Oh, my word. That's not like the tacky bright stuff that you get. That is the gorgeous green. And then a true berry Christmas red in there, which is brilliant. You've also got the red and green ribbons to go with, which is incredible.
Lovely.
And if you don't want that and you want something a little bit more Scandi, we've got the cream and craft cards and envelopes as well. All would go. So I think when you've got those to use and you've got all of your cards and envelopes as well, you can see how the collection of papers that we've put together for you are going to work across all of the colour themes, all of the styles, all of the genres. Now, there is a brand new collection in here for you, which has never been launched. And these are the cosy Christmas papers that we've got for you. Let me do them overhead for you. It'll be easy, won't it? Yeah. And they're absolutely glorious. You've got beautiful lanterns in here.
Nice colours, aren't they?
Really lovely colours.
Mellow, homely kind of colours. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Yeah.
I love all of these. You've got like that winter scene with the little baubles. Goes brilliantly with the card blanks and card and envelopes that we've got you in the ribbons. Beautiful designs in here, very spruce, very kind of traditional, rustic, with a little hint of Scandi in there. And you haven't seen those before. They're brand new in the box. So all of those papers, ridiculously good value, but work brilliantly with everything else we've got on the show for you.
There is a problem with these papers, though.
Yeah?
I don't know how you could choose, because there's too many to choose from. So maybe you should buy multiples. And actually, I think they make a great Christmas present. So we're doing a deal, so you can buy two, and you can save 20%. So that would be £79.98 or $95.92. So well worth. Like if you want, I mean, if you've got someone in your family like my mum who likes to craft, this is going to be something that I have to get for her. I have to get one for myself, obviously, but I would like to, yeah, absolutely. So the price for one of these is £49.99 or $59.99. Platinum price is $39.99 or $47.99. Now I will grab the cards that we've just seen from Leanne. So these are the collections of, you've got the envelopes and also you've got the card blanks here as well. Really useful, even if you are a very sort of talented crafter and card maker, having these in your stash to make a quick card just makes everything a lot easier. I mean, the amount of times I've fiddled around making a card and it doesn't fit in the envelope, this just makes my life so much simpler. So this one is your cream and your craft card. Then you've also got your pink and your blue. And whilst they're going to work really well with the Christmas collection, I mean, these are going to be able to be used throughout the year. These ones, perhaps not so much, but the red and the green, because that's more of your traditional kind of colours that you've got there. And these are all 6x6 in here, £44 or $59. Your platinum price is £35.20 or $47.20. Really good value that you've got here. Now, with My Special Papers, they actually work out to be 20 pence per sheet for a 12 by 12 piece of paper. I mean, you just wouldn't be able to get that. Even on a high street cheap shop, I don't think you'd be able to get that for a 12 by 12. A few people are messaging in about picnic food. So Michelle says her favourite picnic food, well, it says panic food, but I think it's picnic food. But it could be panic food. It's chicken drumsticks and thighs. Kirsty D says she's trying to watch whilst unblocking a Hoover. It's a messy job, but someone has to do it. Is it filled with card pieces and sequins and that kind of thing? Mary Beth says she likes hot dogs. We've got, oh yeah, lots of people are very excited about this My Special Papers. So Sandy says, so excited about these. Shaz says, I wish you'd sell the boxes on their own for storage. The boxes are really lovely. Clarice says, what a gorgeous box of papers. Julie says, I didn't know I needed this. You do. But you don't just need one, you want multiples, because you're going to be using these again and again. There's so many different designs in there. You're going to get 2 of each design in that pack. There's 120 designs, so 240 papers you're going to be getting in there. Amanda says, I'm so happy that this is launched today. I'm about to go on holiday and I thought I'd miss it. So happy. Well, nice to go on holiday, but also nice to come back and you're going to have this on your doorstep. And Sandra says, I've just ordered My Special Papers. Well done to all of you that have already got it. Now we've got the first demo with Leanne. I'm looking forward to seeing what you're going to be making with these, Leanne, because there's so many different options you can make with a 12 by 12 paper pad, because you can cut them down quite small, but you can use them for bigger things, can't you?
You can, and I thought, let's go large or go home.
Yep.
That's what I thought to myself, because, you know, when you've got 250 special papers in here and you've got 2 sheets of everything, why not look at what we can do? Because yes, you can do small projects. You could make this box do you thousands of cards if that's what you want, but you can also use it for gift wrapping, as we've discussed, and you can use it to make your own special gift bags for gift giving. And I think it really does give just that extra little bit of elevation and heartfelt when you're giving a gift, and the bag that you're giving the gift in has also been made by you.
I agree.
So we're going to do that. For me, I always say, and I've got a little template here so that when you're watching back, you can screenshot it and keep it. I always say that I think when I make a gift bag, or when I make a card, when I make a gift that goes in the gift bag, it's not just the thing that I'm sending to the person, it's a gift of my time. Time is very precious to us these days, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so if I'm spending time making that for someone, that should really let them know how much I feel and care for them. Yep. So that's what we're doing, we're giving a gift of our time. And it means you can get a very inexpensive gift and pop it in the bag. So here's the template now. For your 12 by 12 paper, what you're going to do is score in these places. You're going to mark and score. And I've got one done here, which you will be able to see. Can you see the score lines?
Yep.
There you go, you can see the score lines there. So mine's already scored and we're going to fold it and cut out. But you're going to make this with this. So you're coming down 1/2 inch from the top, right across the top of your paper. And then you're coming in here at 5 inches all the way down. And you're coming across 1.5 inches from the bottom. So 1.5 inches from the bottom all the way along, 1/2 inch from the top all the way along, 1/2 inch from the side all the way along, 5 inches down here, which will leave you here 6.5 inches.
Okay.
And then from the 1.5 inch line at the bottom, measure up to the 2 inch point in the centre of the 5 inch. So this is 2.5 in here. And then 2 inches up from there, make a triangle. That's going to make the triangle fold of your bag there.
Okay.
This is the bag we're making. So this is the shape we're making, and this is the piece that you're going to use to make that. You're going to make 2 of these, exactly the same. So I've got one already cut, scored and cut. I'm just going to cut the little pieces here on this one so you can see that happening. So I'm coming up just where the triangle is. See that triangle there? Yep, lovely. And just from the triangle there, we come up straight to that score line, and then we just take out a little wedge there.
Okay.
And then we're doing the same here, where we from the 1.5-inch score line there, we take that out. And then we just take a little piece to make a scored tab there. Okay, so that's out. Same on this end. So we're taking out the square at the end where the crosshairs are. And then same thing, little snip of a triangle to make an edge that can be glued. And then the same on the top of the bag. And this is going to make our little glue flap that glues down. So we're going down the two little 1.5-inch pieces here where your score lines are. And then we're just taking out the little areas to make the tabs.
Okay.
And the same on this edge here. Okay, so we've got all of our little glue tabs. That's it, that's how easy it is. Once you've done that, we're going to do the folding. So for the folding, you're going to score and burnish all of your lines. Use a bone folder if you've got one. And just make sure that you do the burnishing so that all of your folds are in place. You can do it with one of these Ultimate Pro ones, or if you've got a proper bone folder, you know, like the bone folder ones that we do in the core tool range, you can use that too. Okay, so score that in. And we're just going to go around and do these folds, Becky, all the way.
I love the idea of having something that's, you know, gift in a handmade box or bag. Like you say, you know, that's the ultimate in, you know, giving a gift. I really like that.
Me too.
I remember a long time ago, Jane Asher saying that was the most important thing, not what's inside the gift, but how the packaging looked.
Yes.
I think, yeah, obviously I want diamonds, but I'd like them to be in a nice packaging as well.
Yes, I completely agree. I agree with Jane. Never thought I would, but yes, I do.
Yeah.
I think she's absolutely right on that. So I'm just scoring and burnishing all of the lines. There we go. This little one with the triangle at the bottom is the most tricky because you don't fold all the way down. You'll notice I've done it in two parts. And then we're just pushing that in so that folds like that. So you've got a valley and then you've got your little triangular folds that go in. And then I like to burnish them both ways. And you just get more flexibility when you come to put your bag together. There we are. That's that. And that is that. And we're going to do exactly the same with the other side. One more in the middle there. And if it helps, I like to score, I like to see where my line is when I'm doing it. So it helps to do it on the white side and then turn that over when it's already in place on the other side. It just makes it easier.
That's a good tip.
Okay, so for you to be able to put the whole thing together. Okay, so that's going there.
And I suppose it would be very difficult to do this with a card, wouldn't it? It would be much harder. You want a flexibility of a paper to make this kind of bag.
Absolutely, you do. Now, what we're going to do, so you see now we've got the score lines, we've got the valley there, and then we've got the two valleys for the little triangle. Then when we glue this piece here, which is essentially going to be the bottom of the bag, and we're going to do this twice, you see how what that then does is give you the ability to pop that side of the bag in with the base there. So you can see that happening there.
Oh,
and it just
great.
happens. You make two exactly the same and then just stick the two together and that's it, Becky.
Fantastic.
So if you want to have another little flick through the papers, I'll score this other one and then I'll show you how it goes together.
Absolutely. This one's going to be mine. I'm just saying. I might have to take this one home. They smell really good as well. You know, we talk about the smells of, you know, whether you're a paper stroker, fabric stroker, paper sniffer, but we all like the smells of crafting, don't we? And there are so many beautiful designs in here. The papers are uncoated papers, are 160 GSM, so you can put your inks on them, you can stamp over them with ease. But there are so many different designs in here. And where's my little list? I have a little list with all of the designs. They are from A Winter's Tale, Watercolour Christmas, Winter Solstice, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, Oh Holy Night, Season's Greetings, Christmas Cheer, Vintage Christmas, Frosty and Bright, and then you've got those new ones as well that you've not seen before. So there will be things in here that you recognise, or be papers in here from collections that you thought, oh my goodness, I missed out on those, or I've run out of those. And so many different types of ones, whether you are into your traditional kind of design or whether you want something that's a little bit modern. I love the pastel ones, I have to be honest. The pink and the purple I think is really lovely. But there's, you know, you'll be able to use these with those edgeables. There's a festive edge and stamp dies that we had yesterday. I'm really struggling here. Because there's so many of them. This is the problem. It shouldn't really be a problem, should it? But there's so many different designs. You've got very ornate patterns in here that are great for scrapbooking, as well as little tiny designs, as Leanne was saying, but using those for wrapping presents as well. Why not? You know, there's so many different designs in here, huge quantity. And of course, as I mentioned before, if you want to go ahead and grab two, you will get a 20% discount if you buy two in one go. I have to say, you know, the fact that they come in a box for me is a real key thing, because I think being able to keep them nicely and all organised without ruining your corners, because sometimes if you don't put your big 12 by 12 paper pads in your containers in some storage, you can get those little edges just sort of chewed up very slightly. Having these in the boxes, they're beautiful, and you'll use, even when you've finished all of the papers, you're going to use these again and again. I know so many of you have got the first and second ones that we've had. You'll want this one as well, especially for that price, $49.99 or $59.99. Platinum, it's incredible value, $39.99 or $47.99. When I worked out the 20 pence, that was only basing it on buying it full price. So if you're platinum, you're paying even less. And if you want to get two, 20% discount, and that will make it $79.98 for two, or $95.92 for two. Bargain.
Absolute bargain. Right, now I'm ready now. So I've assembled one side of my bag. We're going to have a look at how to assemble the other side, and then we'll put it together. So at the top, we've got this little area which is going to fold down. This is just to neaten the top of your bag so that it looks professional inside. If you've got a Crafter's Companion tape pen, you can assemble your bags with that. If you haven't, use a wet glue.
Okay.
And then this side now, the side with the triangle fold at the bottom, is going to fold in here to make the bag, the second half of the bag. So what we're going to do is just tape that, so I can see it's about 1 inch in. If I get a little bit more tape than I need, it doesn't matter, because we're going to stick a bottom in the bag anyway. This then comes along, sticks parallel at the bottom, and that is that side of the bag complete. Then this flap here on this side is going to be what holds it together to the other piece, and vice versa this side. We're going to do that there. There we go. And then all you're going to do is hold those two pieces together. So you can see, I'll do it like that, and then you can see these two bits of the bag come together and stick. So to make that easy for you, what I find is to do it flat. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. Yes, you can on the overhead. That's great. So by doing it flat, you're going to make life much easier for yourself. Let me just gather that there and follow the score line along, and that's going there. Perfect. And then this one is coming round here. Can you see when it folds, this piece goes underneath this piece to make the box shape, and then this little piece comes round here and sticks in place. Now, you can either stick like I have, so you can see that little flap with the pattern inside, and I've done that so you can see where it's sticking, or on the final one that I've done here, I put the glue on the pattern side and I stuck that inside so you can't see it. But I thought you might not be able to see that here, so I wanted you to be able to really see what I was doing. Then the bottom folds like that, so you're going to take a piece of another scrapbook piece that matches out of your box, and we're just going to put our tape or wet glue all around the side, and then our bag can come and sit on the top of that. A wet glue does give you more time to move it around, and then you would do exactly the same with wet glue with a piece in here. That's going to go inside, and then all you would do next, Becky, is punch a couple of holes in the top, and put some ribbon in. And look how lovely that gift bag is. And look, this one is a little bit fatter than that one. And that's just from 2 pieces of 12 by 12 paper.
Brilliant.
And remember, I did that, so go and screenshot that when you watch that back on the video, because that's the little template you need to use for your 12 by 12 bag.
Fantastic. Oh, I love that. That's brilliant. I'm going to be making lots and lots of those. So this is all about my special Christmas papers, a 12 by 12 bundle that you've got here. So you've got 120 different designs. You've got 2 pages of each, so 240 pages altogether, 160 GSM. And of course, you're going to get this lovely solid box that they're in. $49.99 or $59.99. Platinum is $39.99 or $47.99. And if you want to get 2, you'll get a 20% discount. We'll give you the opportunity to check out your basket, and we will see you in just a moment.
It differs slightly depending how lively I'm feeling first thing in the morning. Sometimes I head to the gym. More often than not, I don't head to the gym and I go on the school run. After the school run, I'm normally in here, getting by about 10 o'clock, chatting with the producer, whoever that might be on the day. So I've started going home a little bit more now, actually, in between shows. I only live about 5 minutes up the road, so it's nice to take a bit of a break. Go and make a nice cheese sarnie. Yeah. Cheese sarnie. I love a cheese sandwich. Going home. I can't say the end of the day. You might want to keep this in. I can't say the end of the day, can I? The best part of the day is starting off and finding out what kind of a day it's going to be. Oh, probably night owl now. Never shower. So dirty. Oh, that's a really good question again. I'm a bath man. I love a bath. Coffee in the morning, tea in the evening. No breakfast. I don't really have breakfast. I tend to sort of eat my first meal around lunchtime. Craft along. My waistcoats, my range of waistcoats, because you've always got to have plenty of waistcoats ready for the day. Is help the guys pack up. I know you're looking at me saying you don't do that. I do. I'm not one of those presenters that comes in, you know, doesn't help the backstage crew. I'm always helping out. You just ask anybody else.
I like to get up, chill, relax, get a cup of tea, then get myself sorted. And if I'm presenter, I'll write all my notes. If I'm the demonstrator, I'll get my prep, have another look at it, make sure that everything is the way it needs to be for the show, do the show. Then what I'll do is I'll grab something to eat, then have another look at the sheets again, making sure the next show's all good to go. Then we do that show, tidy. I always like to make sure that the area is nice and tidy, either for myself the next day or whoever's in. Jump in the car, head home. I will quickly unpack what I need to unpack, and then I get on that sofa as quick as I can. As soon as we go live, I love that within our live shows, I always get the butterflies. As soon as we get that countdown in our ear that we're going live, butterflies kick in, and within about 10-15 seconds, I'm going. Butterflies have gone, and we just enjoy the show. Early riser. Oh, shower in the morning. Tea. Oh, savoury breakfast. Masterclass. My mobile phone. Oh, anything with chicken. Currently, it is the weekend, Blinding Light, and it has been for about a couple of years, and I still love it. Apart from jumping in the car, chilling on the sofa, watching TV.
Hello, welcome back. Leanne, you're a cheeky monkey. You
Have I
really are.
changed?
Leanne told me the most hilarious story just as we went live.
So,
Oh, my
have I
goodness
changed
me.
your opinion of me, Becky?
Absolutely.
Good. I'm pleased. If I've done nothing else today, I'm pleased I've done that.
Oh dear. Right, back to work. Olga says, are the envelopes 6 by 6 or is the card? The card and the envelopes are going to be, well, the envelopes going to be slightly larger than 6 by 6, yeah. So the card will be 6 by 6, the envelopes will be slightly bigger.
Yes, that's correct.
Aidan says, it was lovely seeing you at the pop-up shop, Leanne.
Oh,
I think loads of people were very excited to see you at the pop-up shop.
I had the best day on Saturday. I had so many hugs, so many cuddles, so many kisses on the cheek, so much catching up. It was just like a great big Crafters Companion reunion, and it was glorious.
Yeah.
It really was. It was really fabulous to see you too. Thank you so much for coming. I just had the best time catching up with all of our customers, the people we haven't seen for years.
Yeah.
It was just amazing. And to see you all looking so well. It's just, you've not aged. You're all like Benjamin Button, you're going backwards.
Well, we need to know the secrets, because
Yeah.
I want to look younger, because apparently I don't. Stephen Nicole says, would you put the measurements on Facebook?
Of course.
Please, Leanne, that'd be
Yes,
great.
no problem.
Fantastic. So we're talking today about My Special Papers. This is launch day. These are launching today, and I know that you've been waiting with bated breath, as have we all, for the latest instalment of My Special Papers. These are your Christmas ones. They are 12 by 12. You're going to get 240 sheets in there, 120 different designs in there, and some designs you've not seen before. So we have brought back some old favourites, but you will get some in there that you've never seen before. So you'll be surprised. You'll go, wow, new papers. They are 160 GSM. They are uncoated papers. So you can ink over them, you can stamp over them, you can do whatever you want. As Leanne was saying, you can make bags, cards, wrapping paper. There's so many different things you can do. The price for this is £49.99 or $59.99. Platinum is $39.99 or $47.99. If you want to buy two, you can do. You'll get 20% off. That will be $79.99 or $95.92. Now, we do have some other bits and pieces for you on the show. Things down here. Woohoo! I'm back. We've got some ribbons and some charms. These ribbons are glorious. They are really wide grosgrain ribbons, fantastic design. Now, you saw these a little bit earlier on. We've got some stripy ones and we've got some plain ones in that pink and the blue that are going to go really well with those designs that we've got inside the My Special Papers. Or you can go down the traditional route. Now, this is the bundle with all of these in here. You've got red and green stripe, and you've got some charms. These charms are absolutely gorgeous. You're going to get two of each in this. I have got a charm necklace on with no charms because I was going to pop some charms on, but I haven't got the little package of charms. I have to get those and put them on later. But you could use these, you can make earrings out of these because you're going to get a pair of each. These are really, really good deal. So you're going to get all of the charms and you're going to get the packs of ribbons. So you're going to get 8 different ribbons in here. £45 or $54. The platinum price is £36 or $43.20. The next thing I'm going to show you is the glitter and mirror card. Oh, this is so beautiful. Mum, if you're watching, I know you want this. She's been saying, can you get me some gold card? I was like, yeah, I will do it at some point. No, I have to get these now. A4, you've got the encapsulated glitter card. Now, if you've never bought this before and you've bought glitter card from other places, you will find, you'll do this and there'll be glitter everywhere. It's a little bit like coming into the studio after I've been here with a glittery dress, when there's just glitter throughout the whole of the studio. So you've got this encapsulated glitter in the gold and in the silver. You've also got this mirrored card here, so you can possibly even see the cameras because it is super, super mirrored in the gold and the silver. And then we've got this matte mirrored card as well. So still kind of reflective, but not quite as reflective as that mirrored card. All of these are A4 sizes. Sorry, A5 sizes, £44 or $59. The platinum price is £35.20 or $47.20. I just wanted to check how many sheets there were altogether. Oh, I've lost Nicola. Sorry, could you say again, Nicola? I lost you then. I can't hear Nicola. How many sheets?
100 sheets altogether, 50
Thank you.
of each.
Thank you very much. I'm going to have to fiddle around with my pack here because I can't quite hear what's going on. But thank you very much for that. Leanne, you've got more demonstrations for us, haven't you?
Why don't I do this while you have a little fiddle? Technical. Oh, Craig, wait, get me good side. He was taking a photo there. I think I was like that. That's not good for anybody, is it? Thank you. I mean, that's not vain at all, is it? But he was there taking fabulous photos, and I'm sure it was, I think it was a bit Jabba the Hutt. So, thank you, Craig. Right, we're going to make a glorious gift box, and we're going to leave it so you can see what I'm doing because I want you to see all of the steps. Now, this is Nicola's favourite. And I love this. So for Watercolour Christmas, you loved Watercolour Christmas. The fact that we've got some of the papers in here, again, I think is gorgeous, especially if you've used them all up. But how amazing would this be as a gift box with some handmade biscuits or some handmade truffles, maybe a little scarf in there, a pair of gloves. Do you know what? Doesn't matter. But having a gift box like this, so much nicer than the norm. So you're going to start with white card. Well, actually, you can do any colour card. It doesn't have to be white card, whatever colour you want. And you're going to have 2 10 1/4 pieces of card, or actually a good quality scrapbook paper, because this is quite thin. So this is only about 180 GSM, but we're going to make it feel like a really rigid gift box by using Collall All-Purpose to do our matting and layering. So we're going to have 2 10 1/4 pieces. And then those 10 1/4 pieces, we're going to score at 2 inches. So we're scoring at 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches, and that will make you a box size of 6.5 by 6.5 inches square. Okay, so once you've scored your lid and your base, look, notice I've reminded myself, this is my lid. You're then going to do all of your scoring and burnishing exactly as we did for our gift bag. And I can't advocate for this enough. Really do burnish all of those sides. And can I show you a top tip as well, Becky, while I'm showing you that? So when you fold this up, you can just get carried away and do the burnish like that. And when you do that, you can skew this side, which means your box isn't perfectly straight. And that's why sometimes you can't get your lid on your top, even though you've used your scoring board. Okay. So when you're folding this up, just take a minute to make sure that this edge is perfectly aligned with this edge before you do that. And that means you get a beautifully straight bottom. We all want a beautifully straight bottom.
We do. None of us want a saggy bottom.
None of us want a saggy, bendy bottom. We don't want a bottom like a donkey's back leg or anything else. We just want a beautifully straight one, and that's how you'll get a beautifully straight one. And then we're going to do the same for the flaps. So when you do the flap, you're going to line that up parallel and then score it. And it means if you didn't cut it perfectly straight, it doesn't matter, because you're rectifying anything you've done in the process as you go around. And I think it's good to just remind ourselves of some of these really basic things that sometimes we take for granted here at Crafters.
Well, I think sometimes you're a little bit slapdash, aren't you? Trying to get it all together, and actually just spending that little bit of extra time lining it up makes a difference, because I've done that. I've made boxes and they don't quite work. Yeah, exactly. And sometimes here on Crafters TV, we forget that we've got new viewers and we might not cover off some of these little tips like this. So I think sometimes it's just nice to go back to basics. And even for those of us who've been doing it for ages, just a little reminder in case we've forgotten. So you see, I'm taking my time, and notice I'm really pushing that over to make sure that's parallel. You can see the bend there. So if I'd just done that, that wouldn't have been straight, but I'm able to correct it by doing it this way. And then I'm going to assemble my box with my Crafters tape pen. So remember, if you're using a Crafters tape pen, you can assemble your boxes. If you haven't got a Crafters tape pen, use a wet glue. Okay. So now that I've done that for my base and my lid, I'm going to pop my tape pen on all of these little flaps here and stick the base and the lid together. We had a question yesterday, which we thought we should wait for until we spoke to you. And this is from Dawn. She said, when she uses the Spectrum Noir metallic gilding wax, it's dried out. And should she put a few drops of water into it or something else?
Right, so that's the older one. That's not the Pebeo one. So that's the one with all of the colours in. If you've had those a long time, because it's a water-based product, it will start to dry.
Okay.
If you want to revive that, a tiny drop, so tiny syringe, I'm talking a fly's eyelash of boiling water.
Boiling water?
Hot water out the kettle.
Okay.
But a fly's eyelash. So you're going to go...
Okay.
like little, almost as if a fly has cried on top of it, if you can imagine that. It's the tears of a fly that you need in there.
That well-known unit of measurement.
In terms of the quantity of water. Is that descriptive enough?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good.
Yeah.
So yes, some hot water. Let's go the tears of a fairy.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yes, little tears of a fairy is the amount you want until it's the consistency you would like.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for that. That's good to know. And please do keep messaging in with your favourite picnic food, because we're going to choose 2 winners at random, and they will win 2 of the demos that Leanne is going to be doing today. We don't know which ones yet. We're gonna make a decision at the end.
Okay.
Choose.
That will be the 2 that are good enough to send out. Because usually when I'm doing it fast on a show, sometimes they're not good enough to send out. Because it's more about communicating the technique than making them very beautiful. Now, this is the lid and this is the base. I'm just going to strengthen the base of my box, Becky. So I've got a piece of scrap, what do you call this? What's
Craft
that?
card?
Craft card, thank you very much. And I've cut that to the size of the base of the box.
Okay.
On my, I've done it the wrong way around. On my first box, you can come out. There we go. On my first box, I didn't do this. And I think it's really crucial if you're putting a heavier gift inside. And that's another good thing with your Kalal all-purpose glue. So I'm just going to cut myself a little bit of scrapbook paper to do that. And I'm going to need this to be 6 by 6.
Okay. Janet says, hello everyone from a humid Belfast. Our favourite picnic food is quiche Lorraine. I love quiche Lorraine. Egg and onion sandwiches, cheese chunks and loads of lovely tea. She absolutely loves those gift bags. I really like cheese and pineapple. I know it's very... Yeah,
no,
cheese
I like
and pineapple.
It's very 80s, it's very 70s and 80s. But it's
delicious.
It is delicious.
Yeah.
I like ham and pineapple pizza and I'm vilified for it.
Yeah, you get into trouble with that, especially if you go to an Italian restaurant, don't you? And they don't like that at all.
They don't. But I love ham and pineapple pizza.
So I like the Fiorentina pizza, the one with the spinach and the egg on it.
Nice.
With anchovies and pepperoni.
Lovely.
No one wants to kiss me after that.
That could be a good thing. Depends who's after you, Becky. That's
I know.
Depends whether you want the attention or not. Right, so there I've Kalal all-purposed that on there. And you can see it's got a lovely little board around. And then this is going to go inside my box in the base.
Okay.
There's the base. Because I think that's a nice little surprise in size as well. And you've got so many beautiful papers in this box. Why not make the things that you're making feel really luxurious? And I think sometimes we take so much effort decorating the outside of things, we forget about the inside, and then they can feel a bit meh and lackluster when you get them home. So popping that in there, and I've glued that with Kalal all-purpose. Now that will set like concrete, and because we've got those 3 layers in there, this is quite a lightweight box that we've done, but actually it'll feel like a rigid board when the Kalal all-purpose dries. It's so good for that. Then I'm going to pop my lid on. So the lid's going on there and we're going to decorate. Okay. So I've used a piece of craft card and one of the beautiful papers from the box just to do a mat and layer. All of my matting and layering will be done with Kalal all-purpose because I want everything to set like concrete, especially when you're making gift bags and gift boxes, because you want it to have that rigidity and that lifelong. And if you're putting something a little bit heavy, like if I've made my chocolate truffles and they're all a bit like a brick, then you want that doesn't sound very appetising, does it?
You haven't made me chocolate truffles, Leanne.
Solid ganache.
Oh,
and a solid ganache is a bit weighty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to use some foam tape for the topper, which is another piece of the scrapbook paper cut out. If we're using foam tape on something that's got to last for years, what's the rule?
I don't know what the rule is.
Should I tell you what the rule is?
Use
Becky?
lots.
No. Use a wet glue on top of the foam.
Okay.
Because foam will dry out in the central heating.
Yeah.
Especially over years. And so therefore you'll go to take this out one day to show somebody the beautiful box that your granddaughter made you or something like that, and it will no longer look like the beautiful box because the top will have fallen off.
Oh, okay.
So while foam's great to lift up and dimension and have it nice and even, it isn't going to stand the test of time. So we take the backer off and then we use some tacky glue. This back is eluding me right now. Oh, come on.
I used foam tape in my GCSE project.
Did you?
Yeah. And it's perished. It's just dust.
That's
now.
exactly what I was...
But it is very old. You know,
doesn't
I'm quite
matter.
old. You know, I was 16. So, yeah, it did last a long time. It would, yeah, if I'd used Crafter's Companion stuff, it probably would still be working.
It would still be there, it wouldn't be dust.
But it didn't exist then.
Because what happens is the tacky glue not only adheres it, but it creates a bit of a barrier, like a film. So it isn't going to disintegrate like that. It's exactly as you're saying there. It's so important. And actually, I'm really pleased to have met somebody who's used foam and it disintegrated on them, because that proves the point that I'm making all the time.
Absolutely.
In terms of always put your tacky glue on top. And that will preserve your heirloom or the thing that you want to keep. Why is that one? I need to get my pokey tool in the end. Hang on.
I remember bringing it into school and my teacher was like, what is that? And I was like, foam pads. What do you mean, what are they? And it was quite an unusual thing to do something like that.
What did you make?
I drew with an etching pen turrets, Russian turrets. You know, in I can't think, was it the Red Square where they've got all these very complicated turrets. Yeah, around the Kremlin, that kind of thing. And it was a piece all about that. So it was all, I'd drawn them, then I got my teacher to photocopy them and I decoupaged them using my foam pads. And everyone was like, wow, look at that. Because it was something they hadn't really seen before.
I love that.
Yeah, it got exhibited around the country.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well done, Becky. And have you got pictures?
I've still got it somewhere.
We need to take photographs so we can see it.
And I made 3D shoes out of paper mache. It had to be about a nursery rhyme, so I did that nursery rhyme, What Little Boys Made Of, Slugs and Tails. And
I love that. My art teacher just told me to bring a magazine to the lesson.
Really?
Yeah, because I was useless.
I don't believe that, for one second.
It's a true story. Can't draw to save my life.
But you could make. You
I
don't
could
have
bake,
to draw.
I could paint, I can't paint. I could crochet, knit, dressmake, sew, like make Christmas ornaments, pom-poms, that kind of thing. But actually doing anything with paper and paint at the time was not my skill set. So yeah, along with the physics teacher who told me to bring the magazine to the lesson, and then the art teacher heard that was a good thing because that kept me quiet at the back, so the art teacher did the same thing. Yeah, and here I am making Gemini machines which require a lot of physics and demonstrating art on a daily basis. Yeah. So, you sucks to you, Mr. and Mrs. Art and Physics teacher. So you see, my topper was made from this 12 by 12 piece. So you can see I just took the 6 by 6 out of there. Yep. And then the little pieces all around the sides were just the pieces left around, the bit of paper that was left from trimming that down. Then you can have a little sentiment. Let's do some 3D glue gel.
It's very cute, that design. What, do you remember what collection that's from?
Watercolour Christmas.
Oh, that's lovely. I like that one.
I have to cut a little bit of scrap paper there just to make a little banner. And then a tiny little ribbon. Why not? That can go underneath. There we go. And we've made a really pretty gift box. Now, the first gift box I did not put in the image at the bottom, and that's just a plain, or you could have got that anywhere for not very much. So I think all of that looks lovely, but then it's a bit disappointing inside. However, when you decorate the inside too, that's a little bit of a treat, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So when you open the box, you've then got that lovely treat inside, and if that's underneath layers of handmade biscuits or truffles or a little inexpensive scarf, a pair of gloves, doesn't matter, some crocheted pot holders for the kitchen, crocheted coasters. My new favourite thing, crocheted face scrubbies. Yeah, they're brilliant. Save you a fortune on cotton pads, etc.
Yeah.
Maybe some of those in there, that will be fabulous. It's just going to make a really pretty gift out of this one sheet of paper from that box.
That's fantastic.
Isn't that good?
Yeah, really good. Like that. That is really lovely. Lots of people still messaging in about favourite picnic food. Julie says favourite picnic food is miniature pasties and pork pies from Marks and Spencer's. I do like a bit of Marks and Spencer's food. Carrie says, I love cheese and crackers on a picnic with a bit of wine. I do too. And Rose says, my favourite picnic food is fresh homegrown salad picked off from my garden. That's interesting to be able to make your salad in the garden. I'm very impressed. Wendy says, I love these papers and the box. Yeah, I'm not surprised. They are absolutely gorgeous. This is the My Special papers. These are the 12 by 12 papers. These are Christmas ones, so you may have already got the other ones, but these are absolutely beautiful. All of your favourite designs from Christmas, and of course you're going to be getting some other ones that you've never seen before. I'll do a quick flick through so you can have a look. There's something here for everybody. You've got things that are quite contemporary, quite modern, and you've got other things that are more traditional in design. Different colourways. You'll find all your favourite designs in here, and they're all 160 GSM uncoated papers, 12 by 12. Oh, that wasn't very good, was it? Oh, look at that one. That's lovely. There's, like I say, there's something for everybody. You've got traditional kind of reds and greens in here. You've got also other colours like the sort of purples and the pinks. You've got things with big baubles, big small patterns on there. Lots and lots of different designs there. So I'll flick through a few more of these. But you're going to be getting 240 pages in here. If you want to buy two, you will get a 20% saving by buying two at a time. And these make great gifts because you get that fantastic box. All you need to do is pop a ribbon on it, and actually you've got a wonderful present to give to somebody who is another crafter. With all the other ones, they were so popular and they did sell very, very well. So if you're on the fence and you think, well, I might buy one, but I might want another one later, why not take advantage and get two for $79.99 or $95.95. But if you just want to do one, it's $49.99 or $59.99. A platinum is £40, is that right? £40 or $47.99. Can't quite see that, need to put my glasses on. Kim says, thank you very much for the dimensions. I've been looking for shows that give dimensions. That makes it nice and easy when you're holding up those dimensions that you've got there. We've got some photos. Oh, I like seeing a picture. This is Ruby, and she's done the Craft-Along project from yesterday with the unicorn. And she's used pom-poms that Leanne gave her on Saturday. Oh, I like that. They're lovely.
Absolutely gorgeous. Ruby, it was so lovely, and thank you for my big hug on Saturday. It was gorgeous. And I love how we've used the pom-poms. I was a bit naughty, Becky. I just grabbed a handful and gone, it's a present, Ruby. Just put them in the shopping bag. It's a present, don't tell anyone. So, and if you did get stopped shoplifting out there, it was me. Tell them it was me.
But there's someone in the warehouse now counting out pom-poms and going, hold on a minute, we're missing some.
We're missing pom-poms. Ruby's got them, but we're not telling anybody, Ruby. It's a secret.
Oh, that's a fantastic card that you've made there. Ruby, you're going to start making cards and selling them? Let us know. I think, I'd buy that. I'd buy that, no problem at all. We've got some samples to see with these My Special papers. They've made some amazing samples. That one particularly at the very far end, that advent calendar, I think is
gorgeous,
amazing.
Isn't it? I'm saving the best to last. Yep. It's coming in a minute. It's absolutely glorious. So we've seen the lovely big gift bag, and I've shown you how to make that. Yep. Some of the papers in here will lend themselves to being chopped into beautiful toppers as well, as you can see here. So this is a paper that has just been die cut with one of our circle dies and then used as a topper. And I love that because they're not just about backgrounds that we've got in this box for you. You've got the beautiful backgrounds, but you've got toppers, papers that can be toppers for you. case in point with this next one, this is just a couple of the beautiful 12 by 12 papers.
That's gorgeous.
Fussy cut, and then the glitter added for the roofs, and then the background. How truly glorious is that? All papers from this box and a piece of white card.
That is absolutely
It's gorgeous.
stunning. I might have to take pictures of that to copy that.
I would love to receive this as a Christmas card
Yeah.
and make it. I'm much more of a traditional girl, I think, when it comes to, and I love that. I think it's glorious. But then, you know, you can just use it as a lovely background paper if you want to. Then do some of your die cutting, and that's just a lovely back piece. Then you can make yourself a fabulous little home decor and Christmas decorations, a countdown to Christmas box,
that's
which is
great.
brilliant. It's got the numbers on either side, and all being decorated. I like to do this and put a little treat in each one. And I'll open one, my husband opens the other one. I've never gotten a diamond.
Really?
It's what I expect.
Yeah. It's what I expect, but I don't seem to get them either.
It's the minimum I expect, to be fair. Let's be fair. But anyway, it hasn't happened, so there you go. Maybe I have to change my expectations. Finally, we've got this fabulous advent calendar. I need to know who did this and you haven't put your name on. I think it's Sandy Brooks. It feels like a Sandy Brooks project to me. I think I've seen it on Facebook and it was Sandy. If it's not Sandy and I've given the accolade to somebody else, can we check? Lovely. This, look at this. So this is a paper from that box, which is incredible. And look, it's big. Oh, is it there? Hang on. Sandy Brooks. It is Sandy. And then it goes all the way around to the back. Look at that.
Oh, that's
360
lovely.
degrees. How is that amazing? And then open this up inside.
Oh, look at that.
How incredible. And then each of these little boxes, pizza boxes. Put a little present in. I need this in my life. Even if that's just got a chocolate every day, I'm happy. It doesn't have to
Chocolate-covered
be a
diamond.
gift. A diamond every day. Imagine the necklace, you'd make a tennis bracelet at the end of that. Ooh. Absolutely gorgeous. Or a nice little surprise. If you're going to propose, get someone to make you one of these, and the ring is in number 24. You're going to wait till you get there. How fabulous would that be? Oh, yeah.
Do you ever go ahead in your advent calendar?
Sorry?
Do you ever go ahead in your advent calendar?
Oh, if it's a beauty one, I take all the drawers out the minute I get it.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even look at what's going to be
Yes,
coming
all
up.
the drawers
No.
are out. Yes, me and my friend Shona do that, and I'll go, I've got this, I've got that. And she'll go, swapsies, and I'll go, yeah. So we've got a WhatsApp going, and she'll go, I don't want this hand cream, do you want that eye cream? And I'll go, no. So we'll, yeah. We have little piles, and then we have swapsies.
Well, I suppose you do get, when you get an advent calendar like that, when you get one of those beauty ones, or indeed a craft one, it is a present, isn't it? It's not just an advent calendar, it is a gift.
It's a gift.
I do remember one year my husband saying, I'm going to get you that advent calendar as your Christmas present. I was like, that sounds very disappointing.
Yes.
I want the advent calendar and I want a really big present. But I don't think I got that, I just got an advent calendar. Yeah, one day I have to go for one of those Tiffany ones, you know, when you do get diamonds inside
my
it.
word, that would be incredible.
Yeah.
So every year I side-eye the Liberty of London one.
I do often get a Liberty one.
Do you?
Yeah.
I side-eyed and I can never, and then I put it in my basket and I'm like, I'm going to treat myself, I'm treating myself, and I go, oh, I can't. And I take it out of my basket again. One of these years I'm just going to check it out. I'm going to buy it for myself.
But you can do, you get some really good stuff in the Liberty one. But you can do a Liberty thing where you pay £25 a month and you're part of the beauty club and you get boxes of stuff sent to you every quarter, and then that money accumulates and then you can use it for buying your thingy. I'll send you the details. Yeah, it's great.
Can you hit me up immediately?
Yes, I'll sort that out for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Because that's just changed my life.
And it's really good because you get to try out all those different things. I think all of those gift advent calendars, the opportunity to try out things that perhaps you wouldn't have bought otherwise.
Yes.
I think one year I got that Le Mer face cream. I wouldn't buy that because you don't know if it's going to work. And I enjoyed it, but I didn't buy it. I don't think that's necessarily true, Nicola. I'm not going to say that because it might be scandalous for me to say that. Lots more people are coming in with the kind of things that they want to eat on a picnic. Kim Rice Rhonda says brie cheese and speciality crackers with wine, of course, absolutely. If Evelyn says, if I were to go on a picnic, I'd want a crusty loaf of French bread and some soft brie or hummus spinach wrapped with vegetables. That sounds very healthy. Clouden says, I'd like to go to a picnic. I definitely want a salad, cold cuts, croissants and iced tea. Oh. And Amanda says, I'd say for the picnic, I'd go the whole hog. I love salmon, salad, light dressing, then watermelon, Greek cheese, red onion and some lime juice. Wow, that is a proper recipe that you've got there.
Wow.
Really like that. Evelyn has asked if we could show the size of the card with the cottages in just a moment. We will definitely do that for you because they are absolutely beautiful, and I know that you're going to be wanting to copy that design because it is just absolutely gorgeous. Welcome, if any of you are just joining us on this show. This is all about My Special Papers. So this is the launch day, and we have got My Special Papers, a 12 by 12 box here of Christmas papers. We know that you've all been waiting for this. The price for this is £49.99 or $59.99. A platinum is £40 or $37.99. It works out to less than 20 pence per sheet for you getting this. A very, very good deal. You're going to get 240 sheets in here. Half of those, sorry, right, 120 designs. So you're going to get 2 sheets of each. They are uncoated and 160 GSM. Now, if you want to buy 2 of these, you can do, and you can get a discount. You get 20% off, and that will make it £79.99 or $95.92. And why not buy one for yourself and one as a gift for Christmas? Are you able to, have you got the card? Can you give us the dimensions for that?
I can.
Is that all right? Thank you.
Yes, of course. I was ignoring you, Becky. I was planning my next little demonstration. I mean, very rude.
I need to write them down as well because I'm going to make this card.
Yes. So this is a piece of either US letter or A4. So it's 8 inches wide by 10.5 inches deep. I'm going to move this along. I know I'm messing with your equilibrium, Jamie, but here we go. So I've got 8 inches wide by 10 inches deep. And then, hang on, 10.5, sorry. 8 inch by 10.5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4.5 inches down, it's scored across in the half. Okay, so that's going to make the stand up bit. This little leg has been added on afterwards. So you've got 4 inches score there, and then you've got, let me just tell you here, then you've got 2 inches and 2 inches, 2 inches and 2 inches. So 4 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches. And that's going to create the zigzag for your fold there. Then just half fold a little bit, whatever side, it doesn't matter. Stick it on the back and that holds it up at the back. And then your mountains and valleys, you just fussy cut your paper and that creates that scene for you.
Gorgeous.
Easy to do, but very, very impactful. In the words of Gino D'Acampo, minimum effort, maximum impact. He says that all the time with his food.
Does he?
Yeah.
I always think when I think of Gino D'Acampo, I think of him saying rude things and not realising he's saying rude things.
He does do that too. he has a punch hunt for it, doesn't he?
He does, absolutely. Chica says she does a Liberty Monthly, only paid £20 for the Liberty calendar last year.
Stop it, what?
So you just, Leanne, we're going to sort it out in between the shows.
Yes, please. I need this secret. I need to be in this secret club that the world doesn't know about.
There's a special handshake we have to do as well.
Okay, I'm happy to. I'll join in with a special hand. I'm all there. I'm all there.
Fantastic.
On that. Yeah. Right, we're going to do another gift. Are you ready for me?
Okay.
Jamie's been very demanding today.
He is, isn't he?
He wants me to move my glass mat back again. How's that? Is that okay? Okay, there we are. How's that? Okay, perfect. Right, so I've got my scoring board and I've got my map for you again. So I'm a fan of a map, and I do think it's handy for you at home to be able to freeze or screenshot this, isn't it? To know the measurements. So I've got a 12 by 12 sheet here, and then my 12 by 12 sheet, I'm scoring at 3 inches all the way down. And at 9 inches all the way down.
Okay.
And then I'm scoring at 1.5 inches all the way across the top. And then I'm scoring here. This would be either 3 inches from the side or 9 inches, whichever way you do it. Okay, so I'll explain that to you as we go along. So I've got my 2 pieces of paper. I'm going to use this design. I like this. I think this feels a little bit different, a bit more contemporary for a gift bag. I'm liking that. So we're going to score on my, whatever this is called, the name I've forgotten. Scoreboard. Top score, big score, score master. I knew I'd get there in the end.
Give us a clue.
There's a lot of scores going on. I knew I'd get there in the end. Score master. So we're going to come in at 3 inches and score all the way down. Now, my score master does not go up to 9 inches. You'll see there, it stops at 8. And I need you to score at 9, which is over here.
Okay.
So all you do is turn your paper around and do it at 3 inches again.
Okay.
So it's up to you whether you've got a bigger board and you can do 9, or whether you've got a smaller board like me, in which case you're just going to do 3 inches by turning it around. So I've got a 3 inch from the side, both sides there. And then from the top down, and this is the top, we're going to do 1.5. So we've got 1.5 inches there. And then from the bottom up, it's 3 inches again. And you do that twice.
Okay.
So 2 pieces scored exactly the same. So I'll just score this next piece the same. So that was 3 inches in from the left.
Yep.
Turn it round, 3 inches in again.
Yep.
And then from the top down, from the top of the bag, which in this case, because I'm using a directional print, it makes it easy for me to know which is the top of the bag. And I do like, when I'm making this bag, to use a directional print for that reason. At 1.5.
That's a very pretty paper, that one, isn't it?
It's a beautiful one, isn't it? And then from the bottom, 3 inches. Okay, so I've done that on both pieces exactly the same. Both 12 by 12, both with the same measurements. Then I bring these in so you can see what I'm doing next. Then we're going to do the cutting. Let me get the board out of the way. So when we do the cutting, we cut the two just a little bit differently. And these are the two that we're cutting. So let's go with the first one, which is this one. So I'm going to burnish my lines first. I've got the top of my bag, and that's going to get folded over on that score line. Let's do it this way so I can see where it's at. That's easier. And then it can go back on itself. Lovely. I do find that easier, you know, Becky.
Yeah.
Doing it one way
it's
and then...
sometimes little handy hints like that that really make a difference.
They do.
So I didn't know. So I have the scoreboard, score master, score, whatever we're going to call it today. But I couldn't understand why everyone else's here had a black line in the middle. And then someone asked the question. And then I was like, oh, that was a really simple idea. Why have I not done that myself? And I hadn't realised. I thought I bought mine from somewhere else. And it didn't have a black line.
And it was sans black line.
Yeah, and little things like that, and you just think, oh, it makes life so much easier. So these hints are really useful.
So I've folded all of my lines together, all of my lines, burnished them one way then the other so that everything's folded. Now we're going to take out these 2 squares. So these 2 squares at the side on this one only come all the way out. And you can see where the squares are because of the score lines. So they come out.
Cindy's saying, thank you for writing the measurements on the back of the papers so we can see them. You rock.
My
Makes
pleasure.
life a lot easier.
That's what I want when I'm watching.
Yeah.
I want to know exactly how when I get it home. So I just took a little slither off either side of that. So there is one piece ready. And then the second piece, here it is here, underneath. Then that's going to get cut also. So I'm going to do the burnishing of those lines. Bear with me on that. And I like to do it this way first because you can see the line. So we'll do it one way then the other. I always do that. And I do think it consolidates the lines better for you anyway. You can, it gives them a much more firmer crease. And then this way, there we go, and then the other way. Because it's already been done one way, it'll go in much easier. And burnish them with your tool.
I've got a few people talking about the pop-up shop. Karen says, hello, Becky and Leanne. A big thank you to Sarah and all of the staff at the pop-up shop for your help with getting the wheelchair in and out and how friendly you all were. We are all friendly here. Everyone's very nice.
We are. Do you know what? It's just because we're so happy to see everybody, and I don't think there's one person that you would meet a crafter's companion which isn't a smiley, lovely person.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, we've just got all of the lovely smiley people.
Yeah.
So now on this piece, I haven't cut those squares out, I've just cut up to the score line.
Okay.
And then we're just going to take out a little wedge on those to make them little glue tabs. There we go. So they come out. And that's your second piece. That's what that needs to be like. And then you just simply fold your bag together.
Okay.
And they're two pieces that stick together. So we're going to do the first one, which is this base. And let's turn it over and do our glue here. So just on the two flaps at the side that you've created. And that's going one inside. Line it up to your score line, you can see there. And then, oh, helps if you do it the right way around, Leanne. This is what I mean about things not ending up as I intended on a live show. There we go, that goes there. And then the second piece gets the glue here. And goes inside and down the sides. Sorry, beg your pardon. And then that jigsaws inside of there.
Clever.
Like that. And then your sides all line up, so put that there, pushes down.
It's nice and sharp, isn't it?
Puts that there. That goes there. There we are.
Fabulous.
And then these pieces can all fold down inside if you want to, or alternatively, if you don't want to do that, you can just fold it like this and do a little bit of ribbon on the top. So it makes a really lovely little gift bag. I like to do the fancy fold thing and close it with ribbon.
That's really lovely.
There you go. They're very easy to do, and I think that's a nice size for a gift, Becky.
Absolutely.
With 2 sheets.
Yeah, very, very nice. Oh, this is brilliant. Lots of people loving the fact that you're doing gift bags, actually, because there's things that we sort of forget about. Now, we are going to go to a quick break. We're going to give you the opportunity to check out your baskets. It's all about My Special Papers. You want to make sure you grab hold of these before they sell out. We will see you in a couple of moments.
My day-to-day life is pretty busy in work. Literally, I get in the door, I check my polls, I then check what I've got to demo, I then get everything ready, and it's just busy, busy, busy from there. I have a meeting with the producer, the director, we get then sorted for the shows, talk to the presenter, and it depends what side I'm on. I mean, sometimes I'm doing the presenting side, sometimes I'm doing the demonstration side, and I love both. It's actually who I get to work with. Yeah, I can't say no more than that other than anybody that works here. We are a big family. We're so super friendly. I love Ben. I love it when we work together. And I don't mean that I don't love anyone else. It's the fact that Ben is the presenter and then I'm demonstrating and we just have this great rapport. Same with Craig, same with Deb, same with the whole team. So yeah, the best part of the day is just getting to work with the best people in the industry. Oh, a night out. In the morning. Oh, none. I only drink water. Oh, well, I'm cutting out sugar, so it's got to be savoury. Masterclass. Oh, I can't leave the house without my lipstick. Oh, I love a baked potato. I relax, so I literally drive home normally and then I relax.
Come in, check my emails, then lay the shows out in the studio, set pack shots up. Then I will get new polls, pick shows, solve any problems that need solving. We deal with other teams where we receive marketing suites, we pick samples to send to Hobbymaker, we pick samples to send to QVC. We will take the previous shows out of the studios, set the new shows up, do floor manage occasionally, not all the time, making sure that the craft expert presenters have everything at hand that they need. Anything that they haven't got during shows, we will run about and get the products for them. Think on a morning when it's really quiet, I can get more done when there's nobody else in the building. Night owl. Morning. Coffee on a morning, tea the rest of the day. Savoury. Normally lunchtime. Craft along. Mobile phone. Christina's chicken wrap. Barry White. Your first, my last, my everything. Go home and make the tea.
Hello everybody, welcome back. Leslie says, good afternoon both. I love this box and I ordered it as soon as it was on the website. She said her favourite picnic food is fruit scones, jam and clotted cream and have a cream tea. I love a cream tea. That is my favourite food to eat.
Me too.
Oh, it's just the best, isn't it?
It is the best.
Leanne, we need to go out for afternoon tea.
Let's do it.
What are we doing this afternoon? Oh no, I've ordered lasagna.
Let's sack everything off we've got this afternoon and just go, Becky.
Yeah, I think we should. And Suzanne asks, can we use glue to make a bag? And if so, what would be best for the job?
You
rather than take
absolutely
pen?
can use glue to make a bag. In fact, I would advocate for that and it'll be stronger. It depends on the bag you're making. This one I would have made with all-purpose because it sets like, so the base sets nice and solid. If you're using a paper that is a little bit coated, so you might use like something with foiling on or glitter on or something like that, you need tacky because tacky will stick all of those extra embellishments. All purpose will just peel them off. So I think for rigidity, all purpose, but you need your pegs to keep it still.
Or quilting clips.
Yeah,
They're always
or quilting
quite
clips,
useful.
they're brilliant for it too. Hair clips, whatever you like.
So my special paper's a 12 by 12 box. You're going to get 240 pages in here, 160 GSM. If you want to buy two, you should, because you'll get a discount. You'll get 20% off if you pop two into your basket. But fantastic collection of papers that we've got there. And we've got more demos, haven't we, Leanne?
We have. I'm desperately flicking through my 5,000 papers to find the paper that I've used. That's the only thing I would say. There's that
too many. Too much
There's
choice.
too many. Too many to flick
Show me
through.
what it is and I'll flick through this one as well.
It's this one.
Okay, right, I'll have a look. I'll have a look. Give me a moment. This is like treasure hunt.
It is. I'll be Annika.
I don't know if that
found
wasn't-
it.
Oh. Stop the clock.
Stop the clock. I found it. There we go. There it is.
Yeah,
There
I
it
had a head
is.
start.
Or I found one like it. What is it? This is the same one that we used for that lovely, you know, the measurements we just took.
Yeah, for that card.
Same paper. Yes, same paper. So with this paper, we're going to fussy cut some areas. And you can see, so this bit, you would be like, oh, all the houses down there. No, it's this bit up here, look. So this tiny little corner has made that beautiful piece for the front of a card, which then if you look at it, remember we've talked about this before, haven't we? Designing papers and quarters.
Yeah.
So if you look then at your design, there's another card, here's a card,
Yeah.
there's a card, here's a card, here's a card. 6 cards on that one sheet of 12 by 12 paper.
Yeah, that's great.
Which is incredible. So we've talked about using them in big pieces and making your beautiful gift bags, but what about when you really start to cut them down and make it work for you? That's brilliant too. So I've cut that paper down into pieces and I've got a white 5 by 7 card base and my collal all purpose. And then I've just cut a mat 1/4 of an inch smaller to go on the front of that card base, which is going to go here. There we go.
I do like using a bit of craft card.
I do. So I think it's a really nice matinee. I think it's almost a bit vintage and rustic,
Yeah.
a bit shabby chic without it being too not designed enough for me. For me, it's the alternative to mirror card.
Yeah.
Where you would have mirror card, I would put that. So then I've used the same scrapbook paper and I've done that one there, and then this is a different design but in the same colour palette that I'm using to make a dome front, and I've just used a nesting die to cut an aperture.
Okay.
So now what we're going to do is just use our tape pen. So that's going down one strip down either side of that panel. And then with this dome front, let me just talk to you about the size. The dome front, hope you can see, there we can, is 1/4 of an inch wider than the panel I'm putting it on, plus an extra 1/2 inch. And that means when I score in at 1/2 inch, I'm going to get a nice, gentle, soft dome when I put it
okay.
on there, okay? So to stick that in place, you've got your score lines, you pop the base piece into the score line, and then you just stick that there.
I've never made one of those and I didn't know how to. Now I do.
Now you do. And so then the bottom piece goes the same into the score line, and then you push your glue up, and that gives you that beautiful
that's brilliant.
little gentle dome, and it gives that 3D feel looking through a window into the design below. I've got a little, with the same die set, we've cut a frame. And when I'm putting the glue on these frames, I always just do it on the piece that I'm about to mat and layer on, because if a little bit of tape gets left behind, it doesn't matter, because it's
that's
getting
a good
something
idea.
stuck on it anyway, and it just saves my glass mat and the cleaning job that is therefore inevitable. Okay, so that comes off. Just watch your fingers, it's really sticky, that tape pen. And then this gets lined up over here to make this lovely little outline frame. So it's the same shape as the aperture that I've cut. And then just pop your frame in place, give it a little push. Your tape pen. There we go. So that's in place. And then this gets stuck on with your Kalal all-purpose again.
Oh, I'm going to make one of these. This is a problem though. When I'm here, I just buy loads of stuff and then I can't stop making things when I get home. And I forget to do the ironing, the washing.
Do you know what? Don't iron. I gave up ironing years ago. I don't iron, Becky.
I'm not very good.
I hate it.
But I don't enjoy it either, and I make the irons explode. So I think it's quite dangerous for me to do.
Just give it
like
up.
that.
Don't do it. I hate it.
How do I make an iron explode? Who knows? But in my life, 4 irons have exploded when I've been using them. So I just think I'm not made for ironing. Also, I'm not made for hoovering or mopping. I'm just not the right physique for bending down and doing this.
Well, we talked about that, didn't we, earlier?
Yeah.
I am not either not, because if something happens, I've got to plan an exit route up. I literally have to plan an exit route up. I literally have to drag a chair around with us on step ladders, because if I go on down on the floor and there's nothing around me, I have to go on my hands and knees to the thing so I can get up. That's my life now, crawling around the living room looking for a way of standing up. That's how I live.
It's the opposite from being a toddler, isn't it?
It is the opposite from being a toddler. I wish I was exaggerating. I'm not.
I'm with you, though. I'm with you. Suzanne asks, would it be easier to put the frame on before doing the curve, or do you need to do the curve first?
So if you put the frame on before you do the curve, you have to let it dry.
Right.
Otherwise, when you curve it, it's going to pop off.
Yeah.
Whereas, bit a technical term, whereas if you curve it first and then you stick it on, it's sticking round a curve.
Yeah.
So it'll stay there and you're not kind of separating the two. Up to you. Either which way, up to you. I've just fussy cut some little stars from another paper to use those as an embellishment, and then just a really lovely little sentiment from a stamp set that I've got and had knocking around for years. That's going in there, Christmas wishes. You could put a little bit of glitter on that little house roof there if you wanted to. And actually, if I had time, what I would be doing is using some of the offcuts from my paper and just doing something decorative inside. I think it adds that extra bit of luxury that you just can't explain. for a bit of off-cut that you would put in the bin, the extra luxury it adds to your card is exponential.
I
It
agree.
really is.
I agree. I love that. That's really nice and quite inspiring to see a domed card because I've seen them here and I've just thought they look complicated. But actually, Leanne made it look very simple. Cindy says, I hate ironing. Not much is ironed anymore. I think we're quite lucky now. Nowadays, clothing and things you don't really need to iron. Although if my husband's doing the ironing, I tell him he needs to iron all the bed sheets because I don't want to do that. We've been talking about my special papers. These are the 12 by 12 box of Christmas papers that you've got here. You've got some fantastic designs in here. You've got papers from A Winter's Tale, A Watercolour Christmas, Winter Solstice, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, Oh Holy Night, Season's Greetings, Christmas Cheer, Vintage Christmas, Frosty and Bright, and there's some new ones in there as well, which you've never seen before. You're going to get 240 pages in here. They are all uncoated, 160 GSM. Great for doing any of your inking. You can add bits and pieces to them. And we've seen so many different demonstrations and some amazing samples. These are really inspiring. You'll find in here some items that you've seen, or some papers that you perhaps have already owned, some ones that you may have missed out on in the past, or maybe ones that are brand new to you, but there are loads and loads of different ones in here. And we're doing a deal at the moment, so if you want to buy two, and let's be honest, who wouldn't want to? You can get 20% off. So rather than paying $49.99 or $59.99, you would be paying $79.98 or $95.92 and getting two of these, one for you and one to gift, or maybe just two for you to keep for yourself. And say, ha, I've got all of these papers. And of course, the box, lovely box to keep all of your bits and pieces in. Leanne, you've got more demonstrations for us, have you?
Yes, absolutely I have.
Fantastic.
I've started to try and rummage to find the paper again and I'm not having any success. So we're going to go straight into the card. That's the thing when you've got 250 gorgeous papers, trying to find the paper again. It's like the golden shot, isn't it?
Yeah,
it
I'm
is.
going to have a
So
look for that
I've
one
got
for you.
this one, which has got lovely stockings and baubles and candy canes and poinsettia. I think, is it one of the new ones? I don't know.
It's one of the
and
new ones.
then I've also got this one, which might have been the one that I did the bag with, which I also love. But just two different papers. But look how well they work together. This is the joy of this box. It doesn't have to be in the set that you've put together. It can be in a really different random set. Love a Z-fold card. And I think these 12 by 12 papers with those strips on, you would get 6 different Z-fold cards using your 12 by 12 paper in different strips if you wanted to. It's absolutely fantastic. So, first things first, when you're making a Z-fold card, if you've just joined us and you've never made one before, let's talk about the mechanics. Let's talk about the how. So what you're going to do is just cut yourself from your card base, depending on how big you want it to be, and the sizes are irrelevant. The sizes are irrelevant. It's the way that you do it that makes it important. So
Right.
the length and the height can be anything.
Okay.
Okay, and then what you're going to do is go half fold on whatever the length and height. These have not been cut apart in my past world. They're still joined. Right. And then you half fold it, and then before you cut it, fold back, gatefold. Okay, so that's what you do with your piece of card. That's one piece and intact like that. Then you decide, from my piece of card, how deep would I like my Z to be?
Okay.
And you just either eyeball it or stick it in your guillotine, doesn't matter. 2 inches, 1 inch, 3, it doesn't matter. Same size as the other card, doesn't matter. You choose. And you cut that off the bottom. So then you've got 2 pieces like that, which are both fold back gatefolds. Then all you do is turn around.
Have I got the right ones?
You have got the right ones. Look at you. How fabulous are you? Saved the day, did Becky. Look,
Here she comes to save the day.
What's that song? Is it Danger Mouse?
Oh,
Was it
Mighty
Mighty
Mouse
Mouse?
or Super Ted?
Oh, it might have been Super Ted. Yes,
Something like that.
something like that. The only one I know is My Wings Are Like a Shield of Steel. I loved Batfink. I also liked Hong Kong Phooey.
Yeah, I liked
#1
Hong Kong
super
Phooey.
guy. I loved it. Hello, this is Penelope. I won't do any more I won't do any more. I'll do the whole show if I won't. So that one there with the lovely stockings on, and then this one here with the houses on. But look, 1, 2, cut this into strips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Z4 cards from one sheet of 12 by 12 paper.
That's brilliant.
Which, you know, in terms of not only doing your big projects, but looking at how you can get more value out of the papers that you've got in that box, it's fantastic.
Because you can make and sell, can't you?
So these are all our designs. We encourage you to sell and make as much profit as you like using all of these. We encourage it. We want you to do it. We want you to sell as a cottage industry, make yourself some money to be able to do some more crafts and buy some more crafty stash, and just, knock yourself out. Absolutely, Becky. That's our angel policy is when it's a Crafter's Companion design, designed in-house by our designers, knock yourself out.
Fantastic.
So once we've done that and we've sliced however deep we want the Z to be, and so that's now 2 separate pieces, you simply rotate that. And that is the Z, and then that gets stuck on there. Sorry, that way. That gets stuck on there, and that gets stuck on there, and that creates your Z. So just to reiterate that, it gets rotated and flipped, and that creates your Z. That's the Z fold. And then you just decorate. The joy is all yours to use all of your papers. So I'm going to use my Collal All-Purpose again. I've done some matting and layering on some mirror card. Those mirror card packs that we've got in the show will be absolutely perfect for this. If you're matting and laying on mirror card, it's not all purpose that you need, it's tacky. Or, even better, I would say, your Crafter's Companion tape pen.
Why is that?
So because the film on mirror card, the mirror bit, is a thin film which is stuck onto a card base with a solvent glue. The solvent in Collal All-Purpose will go through that film and detach it from the card base. So it'll wrinkle and warp, it won't stick very well. So because that's got a solvent glue in the manufacturing process, you need a water-based glue or a dry glue.
Right, okay.
That was a lot of glue information, wasn't it?
Well, no, but I think when you first get started, there's just so many glues, and invariably you use the wrong ones, and you don't quite know why things haven't worked. And I remember somebody saying about they were making cards and it wasn't working, everything was wrinkly, and I can't remember who was a craft expert, and they asked the question, what kind of glue are you using? They were using a glue stick. And they were like, well, that's the issue. If you use the different glues, the right glues, they will make a difference.
They will. They really will.
And you know, you spend the money on buying all the bits and pieces. You're spending your time. You want to make sure you're using absolutely the right tools for everything, don't you?
The right glue can make or break a project. You can buy the most expensive papers, the most expensive card base, all of the fancy things, and the wrong glue could make all of them look cheap and horrible. So yes, the right glue is absolutely essential. You can stick, and you might be saying, but Leanne, you're using Collal All-Purpose with the mirror card because you're sticking the mats in the mirror. I know I am. You can put it on the reverse of the mirror card. You can't put it on top of the mirror.
Okay.
Right. So I can stick it down with it. I can't stick on it with it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Okay, just in case you were shouting at your screen, because if I was you at home, that's what I'd be doing. I'd be like, but you're doing it! Right, so now I'm going to stick this. I'm going to use, for speed, my tape pen, because I haven't got time to wait for this Z fold to dry. You could use a wet glue at home, probably advocate that. But, you know, if it's a Crafter's Companion tape pen you're using, I don't have to worry about it. So just choose where your Z's going to go.
Does it
How
matter?
far up? No, you can put it wherever you want. In the middle, at the top, at the bottom. Entirely up to you. To your card. It can go anywhere. And then it just meets either side, because it's the same size piece. Just get it nice and straight. I like to measure up to the end so that it gets parallel here. And that'll make the Z nice and straight. So that's on, and then we're just decorating again. So actually, this is a really impactful card, and it's a very simple one to do. So it looks very kinetic. It looks like it might have been very complicated, but it's actually not at all.
It does look, it looks fantastic. And if you were making and selling, or actually if you were giving this to somebody, they would think, oh, you've really gone to town with this. You know, you're their special friend because you've made them this card.
Yeah.
It's the kind of card that I'd make for like a family member.
Yes,
Like
exactly.
my mother-in-law or something like that, because, you know, it's a showstopper.
It's a mantelpiece pleaser.
Do you have, when you get Christmas cards, do you have a set plan that like family cards go on the mantelpiece?
Yes.
That kind of
They
thing.
have a hierarchy.
Yeah.
I mean, I shouldn't be sharing this, because if you come to my house now and your card's on the fireplace in the corner,
Closest to the fire.
you know what? That's the hierarchy.
Yeah.
So we've got, like, you know, from my granddaughters, from my son, from my husband at the top.
Yeah.
My mum and my brothers and sisters come underneath here.
Friends you don't really like.
And then,
right down here.
and then some of them are just hanging on a thing at the back in the cot. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Some of them you haven't even taken out the envelope.
Some of them are just in a drawer because it makes the house look untidy. No, that's not true. That is not true. They all go out. I've got one of those Christmas tree things where they all slot in. So everything, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah, I know
otherwise
what
the
you
house would be full of them. And that dusting's a nightmare.
Well, you're obviously a lot more popular than I am, because I don't have that many anymore. Because lots of people, and it's expensive to send cards in the post. I think now I just give out cards to people that I see.
Yes.
Because I'm mean.
Yes, that's a good one. And just write inside, lots of love.
Yeah.
And then don't put then, and then you can give it to anyone.
In pencil.
In pencil,
So they
you
can rub it out
and use it again next year. Exactly right. And then I put that. I've got a friend who, I'm not going to share her name because that would be unfair. But I've got a friend who, in order to make herself look more popular, she brings the cards out from the previous year and puts them all out on the tree, and like she adds in the new ones with all of them. They're like, how many cards have you got? She goes, I know loads. I'm like, how many years? Well, she goes, 5. I'm not going to say her name.
Leanne, is this a friend?
It's not me.
It's a friend.
It is a real friend.
It's a real
not
friend.
me. Yes,
Okay.
it's not like a friend, but it's really me. No, it is a real
I like
friend.
that idea. I'm gonna do that. And when it's my birthday, I'm just going to keep all my birthday cards from previous years. So if someone comes around, they think, "Oh, you're really popular, but are you really 5 again?" No,
Yeah,
I'm not.
exactly right. Oh dear, no, it's a real friend. It's not me. Although I do love the idea of it.
Yeah, we all want to be as popular as possible, don't we? Want more and more presents.
Right, so did you see I just fussy cut there a little stocking embellishment from a piece of scrap paper? This is what I love about this collection so much. You can create your own toppers, create your embellishments, do your gift bags, make your cards. The possibilities are absolutely endless because of the beautiful designs we've got in there. And there we go, Z card finished. There we go.
That's lovely. Oh, I really like that. Gorgeous, and definitely inspiring lots and lots of people. Sean says, so many helpful tips from Leanne today. I'm making notes from reference. Colleen says, I'm going to rewatch tonight and make some of these projects. They are absolutely gorgeous. Colleen says, I'm so enjoying all of these projects. And Suzanne Dawn says, to make life easier, it'd be great if you could refer to the glues as the white glue or the clear glue. I have suggested to Ben, he does the song about glue.
Does he?
Yeah, I have suggested it, but you know.
Oh, you've suggested he hasn't done one. No,
Not
I
yet.
think he needs to do one.
Yeah.
I'm fully in support of
Yeah,
that, Becky.
I think so, because it will make life a lot easier. And we're going to give you the opportunity to check out your baskets. We will see you in a couple of moments.
Day to day looks like on a normal day when I'm working from home. Get up, breakfast, quick phone call with my daughter, and then I'm up in the craft room and I spend all my time in the craft room. If it's spending a day with the grandkids, that's it. That's my best part of the day, just spending time with family and those gorgeous little grandkids of mine. The best part of the day when I'm at work is when I go on air, because I absolutely love it. Both. I prefer a shower in the morning. I feel fresher. I feel that I can tackle my day. However, depending on how that day's been, I also would have a double shower, so I'd have one in the morning and one at night too. Absolutely, 100% coffee. Will always be coffee, and flavoured coffee is my favourite at the moment. dare I say it, a full English breakfast, the full works, the beans, the tomatoes, the bacon, the sausage, and everything else that goes with a traditional English breakfast. Craft along. Every day of the week. I absolutely love going through the stages from the start of a project to the end of a project. So craft along is definitely my favourite choice. I can't leave without lipstick. It's a given thing. I once didn't have a lipstick on me and it helped me out that day. Kick off the shoes, sit down for a couple of minutes, just gather my thoughts and then grab my tea.
It differs slightly depending how lively I'm feeling first thing in the morning. Sometimes I head to the gym. More often than not, I don't head to the gym and I go on the school run. After the school run, I'm normally in here, getting to by about 10 o'clock, chatting with the producer that might be on the day. So I've started going home a little bit more now, actually, in between shows. I only live about 5 minutes up the road, so it's nice to take a bit of a break. Make a nice cheese honey. Cheese sandwich. I love a cheese sandwich. I can't say the end. You might want to keep this in. I can't say the end of the day, can I? The best part of the day is starting off and finding out what kind of it's going to be. Oh, probably now. Never shower. He's so dirty. That's a really good question again. Bath man. I love a bath. Coffee in the morning, tea in the evening. No breakfast. I don't really have breakfast. I tend to sort of eat my first meal around lunchtime. Craft along. My waistcoats, my range of waistcoats, because you've always got to have plenty of waistcoats ready for the is help the guys pack up. I know you're looking at me saying you don't do that. I do. I'm not one of those presenters that comes in, you know, doesn't help the backstage crew. I'm always helping out. You just ask anybody else.
Hello everybody, welcome back. We've been talking about wearing Christmas hats. And I think I'm with everyone. I think I've got a big head. I've also got a lot of hair, so I can't get a Christmas cracker hat on my head. It just goes up like that and just sits at the top and makes me look a little bit silly. And Leanne, you have the same problem, don't you?
I have exactly the same problem. I've got a massive head, and my son inherited his big head from me also. Not in terms of attitude, size. And so we have to tear the Christmas hat, and it's held on with an inch of tissue up here. And so it's just like a big triangle Christmas hat. So I bought us daily boppers now and we wear them because they fit.
Maybe this is something that is a problem as we're getting bigger as a nation, that the Christmas cracker hats were possibly only modelled on people from many years ago. Well, and we've got bigger hair now.
Maybe, but then my father-in-law, before he passed, God rest his soul, couldn't wear a Christmas cracker hat either because he had a tiny little beaker head. And so his Christmas hat was worn as a necklace. And so, honestly, we made a gorgeous little ensemble around the Christmas table. Me and Peter with an inch of tissue paper, Ken with a necklace. Honestly, it was gorgeous.
Anyone in the US, they don't get crackers, do they? So you can't, you're missing out. Yeah, maybe you should make Christmas cracker hats, crowns to wear at Christmas, because I know you don't get crackers. Now, we're all talking about My Special Papers, and we're talking about Christmas, because this is the new box of My Special Papers, especially for Christmas. 12 by 12 papers you're going to get in here, 240 240 pages, 120 different designs, and there are some designs in here you've not seen before. So some of them are some of our favourite designs from our collections that we've had at Christmas time, but we have popped in there some brand new designs for you. They are all uncoated papers, so you can use your inks and your glitter paste and all sorts of other things on them, and they are absolutely beautiful. I know so many of you have been buying these. The price is $49.99 or $59.99. Platinum price is £40 or $47.99. And if you want to get two, maybe you want to gift one for Christmas or you want to keep them both for yourself, you can get those at a special discounted price, 20% off, which will make it $79.98 or $95.92. Now, Diane says, thank you, Leanne and Becky. It's been fabulous, a learning show. And Michelle says, I'm so excited for these papers. I can't wait for my order to get here. I know you've all been wanting to see these, and they are absolutely beautiful. Very, very difficult to choose out of them which ones you're going to work with first. My favourites are the blues and the pinks. You like the more traditional colours, don't you, Leanne? Like the reds and the greens.
I do really like the more. Sorry, I went under the can. I was just getting my charms. I do like the more traditional ones. I'm very much a traditional girl when it comes to Christmas. My tree's really traditional. Yeah, yes, I'm traditional, definitely. I think I'm all about like the gold and green and red and champagne.
I like a theme for each Christmas.
I like a theme. My theme's eclectic.
Okay.
You get everything out the loft that you've been collecting for years and you hide it somewhere in the house. And then when people come in, they go, oh, that's clashing. I go, yeah, it's eclectic.
It's how you can definitely get away with it at Christmas.
You can get away with it at Christmas. You can. Right. I'm going to make I'm making this up as we go along now.
Okay.
This is called Off the Hoof.
Nice.
Crafting.
I like that.
So I've got one of the fabulous card blanks because I really want you to see how fabulous these are with the papers. And then I've got some of that lovely mirror card as well. I've got silver. So I'm just going to cut 2 mats and layers to go on my card. So my card is 6 by 6. So I'm going to cut, this is, let me tell you the measurement of this, 5.5. So we're going to cut a 5.5 mirror card there, and I'm going to do one inside as well because I love to decorate the inside of my card as well as the outside.
I like to as well.
I've always, have I cut that too small? Oh no, I think it might be right. Let's try this way. Oh yes, that's why. Needs a little bit off there. So I needed 5.5 by 5.5. It's okay. Panic averted. So if you're anything like me and you get fingerprints all over your mirror card, have a little microfiber cloth on your craft desk, and I don't worry about trying to handle it carefully. I just manhandle it and then polish it with the microfiber cloth if I need to. So now I'm going to cut myself where I would like my paper toppers, and I'm just wondering
my favourite.
I think I'm going to have this piece here. So I'm going to cut this at 6 inches, like that. That's for another card for another day. And then this bit here is going to get cut to 5 1/4, which is 1/4 inch smaller than the mat that I've done, because that was 5.5. So that's 5 1/4. And then I'm going to do the same with these baubles here. So I'd like to keep the baubles, so I'll trim this bit off here. So it's just about choosing where your design is and cutting to frame the design. All of these little pieces can get used as little strips, and I'll show you what I'll use them for as well. So I'm going to take a little bit off here, and I'm not going to go all the way because I don't want to lose that bottom bauble. That's coming off there, and then this bit here is 5 1/4 off there. So I've managed to frame those baubles beautifully, but I'm just not trimming directly, just taking off paper around the outside. Okay. These can be used later. So they're my 2 pieces that I'm going to use. That's half a sheet of the paper. I've still got half a sheet left to do exactly the same on another card, if that's what I want to do.
Brilliant.
And then this is all going to get glued together. For now, I'm going to just be using tape pen for speed. Okay. So on top of my mirror card there, this mat's going to go on here. How am I for time? Am I all right? Perfect.
LA Price asked to know about the weight of the paper. It's 160 GSM, that's right, isn't it? For the paper, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
I love those colours. They're just.
This is for you, Becky. This is going to make you happy, this colour scheme,
It is making me
isn't
happy,
it? Yeah.
Leanne. I'd be even happier if I'd had a box and it was filled with Turkish Delight.
Oh, God,
Using
yes.
that.
Definitely.
Nicola wants to know how to get on the truffle distribution list. So we can have
whose truffles? Mine?
your truffles. Yeah.
That is by invitation only.
Oh. I think the way you work it out, whether you got on that list, is where your card is when you go to Leanne's house. Only the
very
people in pole position are going to be getting truffles.
That's very true. So there's not only just a truffle list, there's a Christmas pudding list.
Oh. Christmas cake? Do you do cake?
No, I don't. I do a cake, but not as good as Sarah.
Oh.
Sarah does an exceptional
I do a
Christmas
Caribbean cake for Christmas.
It's got pineapple in, hasn't it?
It's got pineapple, mango, pecan nuts and rum. And it's lighter. It's not really dark, so I don't
need
like
that
really dark.
recipe in my life.
Yeah.
That sounds like a Christmas cake.
It's
I would
really
love.
nice. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I'll trade. I'll make you one if you make me some truffles.
I'll make you some truffles. Okay, deal.
Right. Excellent. See, that's all you need to do, Nicola.
Can I cuddle your guinea pig? Okay, that's fine. You're on the list. Can we just take a minute to appreciate how beautiful those colours go together with that card
Yeah,
base?
that's
Isn't it beautiful?
perfect, yeah.
So I've done the tree inside and I'm going to do the baubles outside, there. And then I'm going to make what is commonly known as a performance.
A performance?
A performance bow. I love a chocolate box bow. I love a chocolate box bow.
Oh.
So we're going to make a chocolate box bow to be the shining star on this card.
Okay.
So to do that, I need a piece of ribbon to wrap around and meet here at the size of the card. So that's going to be chopped around about there. Okay. So that's my first piece and we'll stick that in place. Where's the chop? I've just chopped it. Where's the chop? Oh, there. Okay, good. There it is. So that's going to get cut. And then I'm going to do this with tape pen, but actually you don't want to watch me wrestle with this. I would do this all with red liner tape at home and it's not going to fall apart. And then on the front, I'm just going to decide where this goes. Do I want it at the back here or do I want it in the middle? Or do I want it at the side? Bottom side or top side? I like it there. There?
Yeah, because you've got less
Let's put it next
interest
to the
on that
spine, yes.
part of the paper.
So that's going to get some tape pen here. And that's going to come round. I don't know if you've seen me, if I've shown a chocolate box bow for a long time actually.
Leanne, you're also supposed to be teaching me how to crochet.
So this it's been a long time. I used to do these years ago all the time. You would know it was a Leanne card because it had one of these on. And I really love them. So let's put that there. And then what we're going to do is make 3 more pieces. So we're going to do a piece which will fold over and be just slightly smaller than that bottom piece. So that's going to get trimmed there. And then we're going to use that as a template, like that. And the next piece gets trimmed a little bit shorter. So if that's underneath, I can see where that is. That's going to get trimmed shorter. And then this third piece is going to be even shorter again. And that's just going to be here. Okay, so you've got the bit that you've wrapped around your card and then you've got 3 ever decreasing sizes of ribbon. First one is going to get folded in half. So you're going to put a little bit of tape on the end here. And this is where the red liner comes in, but I'll just use this for speed. Okay. And then it folds over on top of itself and gets stuck down. A wet glue is great for that too. And then on that piece there now, we're going to put some tape on the top here.
When you say wet glue, would you use textile glue or can you just use tacky glue?
You can use tacky. And then there gets to be a little bit inside too. And then that goes flat down onto your card, like that. And this is why the wet glue is important, because you really want that to stick.
Okay.
You want this bit poppy-uppy. There we go. And that bit up there. That gets stuck there. So that's that one. And then we repeat the same again. So the tape pen goes down the middle. And then you bring in that piece and that piece to there. So that's stuck. And then tape pen over the top. This is wet glue, obviously, in the real world. And then that goes on the top of there. Like that. With a karate chop for good measure, yeah. And then the final little piece is just a small piece, which is the finishing touch. That goes there like that. And when this is wet glue, it sticks for forever. That bit goes there like that.
I love that.
And you've got a beautiful chocolate, if I just tip that up, look, chocolate box bow on the side of your card. And then if you've got a little, you've got your little charms, and then in the inside, you've got that lovely with them beautiful papers, just shows them off. Inside, just as lovely. I would cover this over with a little bit of card, or maybe it's another piece on the other side there. And then if we get, I'm not dainty. I can't be bothered to wrestle with it.
I'm going to put them on my necklace later anyway.
I think this. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Hello. That needs to go on there with a little bit of 3D glue gel. And then that is just the finishing piece. And that's just winging it. But I wanted to show you how with that beautiful 2-inch ribbon, how to make a gorgeous chocolate box bow on a card.
That's lovely. Oh, I need that in my life, definitely. Absolutely gorgeous, Leanne. Thank you very much for that. Now, we do have 2 winners, so we're asking people to comment on what kind of food they like for a picnic. And we're going to give 2 of Leanne's demonstrations away as prizes. And those winners are Michelle Prudence and Rachel Jones. That's Michelle Prudence and Rachel Jones. If you can email in at ctvprizes@crafterscompanion.co.uk, we will make sure they get sent out to you. Congratulations, well done everybody, well done. Now we want to show you some of the card that Leanne was using earlier on. So these are A5 sheets of card. You've got the ones with encapsulated glitter card. Different to the glitter card that you've maybe seen in other places where you do that and there's glitter everywhere. These are not coming off. They are beautiful, nice and smooth. You're also going to be getting some mirrored card here in the silver and the gold. And then you're going to be getting this matte mirrored card as well. So this is £44 or $59. The platinum price is £35.20 or $47.20. I've also got some ribbon and I've got some charms. So you've just seen Leanne using this ribbon. It's very wide grosgrain ribbon. You've got some stripy ones in the pink and the blue, and then you've got some solid in pink and blue, but you've also got the red in this bundle. So you've got the red and green stripes, and you've also got the solid green and red, and the proper Christmas red and greens there. And then you've got the charms. So these are all the different designs of the charms. You're going to be getting 2 of each of all of these. Now you can see these are really gorgeous. You could use these for decorating a jumper for Christmas if you didn't want to go down the route of having a really Christmassy jumper. You could even make them into beard charms, I reckon, if you're into beard charms, yeah. You could pop them onto pieces of jewellery. I'm going to be putting them on my necklace between the breaks so you can see how they work.
I'm putting them on hair bobbles for my granddaughters.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and then so for Christmas in their little hair bubbles.
Yeah, a really great value here. £45 or $54. Platinum price is £36 or $43.20. Thank you so much, Leanne. That has been an amazing show. I really enjoyed it.
I've loved it. Your inspiration will know no bounds when you get this box home, because there's a paper for everything, and because they're all that beautiful 12 by 12, you can make, as you've seen, big projects and little projects, and you've just got lots to go at.
Absolutely. There's something in here for everybody. Definitely worth popping into your baskets and taking advantage of the special deal that we've got. So if you want to buy 2, you will get 20% off. So rather than paying 36, it was 40 something pounds platinum price for just one of those, you can get 2 for £79.98 or $95.92. With all of these papers in here, you're not going to be short of any inspiration. And obviously these are going to work together together with all of the other bits and pieces we've shown you. We've got those card blanks in all of those different colours, and we've also got those little bits of embellishment and those charms as well, and lots and lots more for later on today. So we've got later on, we've got Craig coming in for a launch party, more Christmassy things. We've got Christmas scenes this time, Stamp and Dice set, and Holly and Ivy as well. Thank you very much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you later on with more Christmassy goodies. Make sure you have a look at the website. There are always some great deals on there, and keep in touch. We'd love to see what makes you're going to be doing. We will see you at 5 o'clock for our next show on Launch Party. Take care. Bye-bye.